Hi, sales team, coming to you from my home office here in Indiana. This is take two of the message that I intended to send out earlier. I was in my Parsippany office and had my iPad as I do right now, and I thought that I had it on video mode, but I actually had it on camera mode and hit the button to start the recording, but I actually took a picture of myself and I proceeded with my discussion. And at the end of the discussion, I hit the button again to end the recording, but I took two pictures. So here I am. I'm arrived home in Indiana. I'm sitting in my home office, and thought it was important enough to get this message out. But it's really hard to believe that we've already hit the halfway point of March, and we've turned that corner. Now we're heading down the home stretch to finish out Q1. And it goes without saying that we do need to finish strong to make sure that we're at the levels necessary to get on track to going towards our numbers for 2017 that we outlined at the national sales meeting. In order to do so, I know that I just recently spoke with most of you about your commission plans and laid those out, but I also said it was open to enhancement, and we did put a promo out for the HSS team called March Madness, and the March Madness was meant to put more emphasis on closing this month strong and providing greater points for competitive conversions and so forth. And not only will the HSS team benefit from this, but everybody who works with an HSS, whether it's an ID and business manager, a CAM, a TSR, will all benefit because we'll get the new business up and online, and it'll help us meet our growth goals. We know the new business drives our growth and helping us hit our individual performance goals and collective company goals. So getting back to the motivation aspect, came across a quote from Zig Ziglar, and he mentioned people often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily. So that's my little joke. But if you saw the two pictures that I included with the video link, you'll see the two motivational pictures that I have hanging in my office. One is Rudy Ruettiger from Notre Dame. If you've not seen the movie Rudy, it's very inspirational, and I'd recommend you learn more about the story. And then the famous sign that they have going down the tunnel, play like a champion, that all the Notre Dame players famously slap as they're exiting the tunnel and preparing for the game. And then the other one is the Rocky Balboa, talking about how life is tough and how it hits you. It's not how hard it hits you, it's how hard you're able to hit back and keep driving forward. And so that's good advice. And I've been a big Rocky fan, and I thought that was a nice way to end his Rocky movie series. But nonetheless, these are things that I have in my office that I see each and every morning I come into Parsippany to remind me and focus me on what I need to do to accomplish at the highest levels. But sometimes you think you're accomplishing things that are towards your goals, and you might not be doing so. And I was kind of tasked at dinner last night. I had dinner with the new hire class in for sales training and some of the others that have transitioned to new positions. And one had asked me, so what did you do today? And, casual conversation. I thought about it and I paused a moment. It's not usually a question that I'm asked. And I blurted out a few things that I did today. And then I kind of thought about some more later in the evening and said, well, did I really do anything? Or did I just keep myself busy? And it reminds me that I have to make sure my actions are completely deliberate and tied to advancing our mission and the initiatives that we have going forward to support attaining our 2017 plan. So speaking of plans, I know that many of you recently had regional meetings or soon will be doing so to share your territory business plans. It's very important to map out on how you're going to achieve your goals that's been assigned to you and was communicated to you probably very recently by your managers during your performance appraisal review sessions. If it hasn't been done yet, I'm sure it's going to be done before the end of the week. So not only should you share these business plans with your manager and your colleagues in your region, you should also sit down with your TSS and your FSE counterparts in your territory and let them know how you're going to grow the business and how they can prepare and how they can help you, and also especially how we're going to protect our business because they're a very important part of doing so. And if we've not had that chance to sit down, I strongly encourage you to do so to communicate that plan. Along with the communication lines, it's a very important aspect of our job. And we recently conducted a series of interviews, which is called stay interviews. HR did this last year with 46 individuals in our organization that has been noted as high-performing individuals or high-potential employees across all the departments within Stago. And one of the things that was a common feedback that was directed towards cells was that we have still silos of communication between our sales organization and the services departments. And the services could be fully encompassing of the field support group, the field services group, I should say, the technical support group, the hotline. So there's still silos. And as you probably know, we strategically align cells, FSG, and TSG regions in the field to ensure the managers were working much closer together. And we received good feedback on that. And, the aim was to readily address issues at the territory level to empower the managers to proactively work on those types of situations to best support our customers and drive customer satisfaction, and also to be proactive with the installation process. And in the coming weeks, we will be launching a tool with our managers to help drive a more defined implementation process, so it's more turnkey, more systematic, and more consistent to the delivery of the quality that we expect here at Stago. So more to come on that in the coming weeks and months. But however, the model that we did at the regional level, where we have aligned and we communicate, and I know the managers are at least on a bi-weekly call communicating activities that are going on in the field, we expect that level of communication to be down at the territory level too. So when there's issues and challenges that arise in your particular territory that go not only directed to sales and satisfaction, but as it relates to the field support groups, we need to make sure that we're talking and collaborating with those counterparts, the FSCs and the TSSs, and trying to work those situations out before we famously type out a lengthy email, run it up the flagpole, copy everybody in the company, and there wasn't time to sit down with your counterpart in the field to work collectively to work this out. So I'm saying take time to collaborate, pick up the phone and actually have a phone conversation, not an email, and actually take time on maybe a monthly or quarterly basis to have a breakfast meeting, have a cup of coffee, talk about how your plans are progressing and what we can do to enhance our plans. I think it's very important. You'll see the benefit of putting that effort up front will lead to major long-term success for your territory and for yourself and your careers. So I just want to leave that with you. And, as we do famously, you get my finger in frame, we point. And when I'm pointing at you, I have three fingers pointing back at me. So that means we're all accountable and we must own it when it comes to communication. And so the first thing that we could own, actually, when I was talking about staying busy, we need to make sure that the activities that we're conducting on a daily basis are truly deliberate and they're advancing your business plans. And I know we started logging our activities in CRM back last August, and at the beginning of the year we started doing our opportunities, both reagents and instruments. Some are further along than others. I know we've provided a series of training. We've aligned the territory so you have full view. I think that we've largely taken care of many of the issues, but there is an expectation and an accountability that we need to make sure that we're accounting for those. It's not a big brother thing. Nobody has time to sit and look at all of your activities, but it's more or less a thing of disciplined practice of doing business and how we communicate in a 360 view on how we can best support each other in our functions. And so I would expect the activities to be logged, and I most importantly expect, now that we've gone away from the offline spreadsheets of the reagent pipeline and the instrument tab, that the instrument opportunities and reagent opportunities must be in there. And you'll be hearing more from us on reporting that we will be driving and pushing to you to show the activities and what's going on and what's inputted. And you've even been shown by Stash and others of how to create your own reports, and we're still dedicated to helping you do so. So I think that's enough for today. Laid a lot out on the line. I want to wish you all a good day, a good evening, and tomorrow a happy St. Patrick's Day. And I wish everybody a very successful close to the month. And if you certainly need anything, please feel free to reach out to your managers, to myself. We're here to help you succeed. Thanks a lot.